What does it honestly mean to engage a woman and take command of her thoughts? Not as a needy, nice guy, not as someone asking for approval, but as a tactician, a man who's precise with his words and knows his intent. Many men don't succeed because their words come from a place of wanting. They yearn for notice. They seek validation. They hope to be accepted. And often without realizing it, they lower themselves beneath her. Then they question, why am I not taken seriously? From this point on, that weak approach ends. Destroy the habit of craving and make your words come from strength, not want. Because to engage a woman and conquer her mind is a risky craft. Only men who grasp this idea become the one she can't set aside or ever get rid of. It never depended on your face, your income, or your education. The difference is this: a tiny group of men understand female psychology. The rest remain lost, annoyed, and invisible. Over the next few minutes, receive the Machiavellian process to speak in a way that sparks her interest without pleading, that seizes her feelings without ever laying a finger on her, that makes her see you as a man to follow and desire, not to overlook. When you freeze around women, when you feel her impatience as you speak, when you always land in the friend zone, that's about to shift now. But first, like this video, because secrets men refuse to use are coming next. Watch until the end, and you'll have a weapon to mentally lock a woman into your game tonight. She won't know what happened. Some men rule the room, others are ignored. It's not appearance, chance, or wealth. It's this: the man who rules isn't after her permission. When words pass between you and a woman, it's more than talk. It's a power trade. For the first 5 seconds, your words are ignored. She's picking up your vibe. If you're unsure, she knows. If you're jumpy, she sees. If you're performing, she senses it. Once she feels your effort for her attention, you're finished. The one with power never tries to amuse. He doesn't clown around. He doesn't need her reaction. He says what's true to him, and that draws people in. That's magnetic pull. Why do most men turn her off? It's not bad personality, but words and energy that submit. Everything in their manner screams, "Let me please you. Find me fun. Don't turn me away." Notice the weakness in that plea? Every time a man talks like this, he's asking for the right to exist in her space. Tough reality: if you chase a woman's acknowledgement, you're already underneath her, and that man will never light her fire. Sparks require challenge. Women don't desire men under full control. She may like a soft-hearted man, might appreciate him. She can thank him for effort. But true desire, the stuff keeping her mind on you, doesn't come from peace or pity. It's built on tension, intrigue, the sense you're not entirely in her hands. Because a woman's sense always evaluates for one thing: can I sway this man? If she can, her attraction dies on the spot. The men who end up friend-zoned walk in already beaten. They flatter way too early. They agree to avoid any disagreement. They force laughter, hoping for points. Deep in her mind, the thought forms: he wants me more than I want him. The moment her grip on your feelings is total, her interest disappears. Not from malice, but instinct. A woman can't crave a man she's completely figured out. She can't chase a man she already possesses. Who brings desire to life? It happens when she meets the one who's different. He doesn't sugarcoat. He does his thing, follows his logic, not trends. Isn't wowed by her looks. No need for disrespect. No arrogance. He simply stands in his own frame. He's in a mental place where her nod is a bonus, not a necessity. That guy seems like an outlier in her world. Everyone else keeps pace with normal scripts: praise, pursuit, performance. But he, calm, unbothered, internally confident. This confuses her ego, and confusion is the source of desire. Why are originals intoxicating? Human nature notices what stands out. Women are the same. The man who leaves silences, who's unruffled by tests, who stays present, never desperate, he lingers in her mind. He's uncharted terrain. He's the unsolved question. Desire emerges in that space. Transformation of mindset, end emotional servitude. Most don't see it. Their every word, every message, every act says, please notice me. Please care about me. Please include me. Here's the hard truth. Speak like a needy boy, behave like a kid, act like a kid, and she won't see a man. She'll see a sibling, a counselor, a plush toy to vent to, but never crave. Desire can't live in a comfort zone. Predictable, easily guided, available for support, she'll never hunger for you. The trap most men fall for, listening to endless rants, texting essays to fix her mood, always agreeable. Then confusion. Why just a friend? The answer. You made yourself her safe space, not her chase. If you're emotional comfort, she'll thank you but never hunt you. The real change? Stop existing for a woman's response. True power is born when her beauty doesn't shake you, her coldness doesn't stir panic, her attention isn't your gold. When those things have no effect, your signals say, I've seen beauty. Show me something more. I lead my emotions, your moods don't. I'm the prize, my reality stands with or without you. That's the Machiavellian state of mind. Calm, collected, your own master. What shifts when you stop pleasing? The air changes. Suddenly she wonders why her moves don't catch your eye. She pokes, tests, tries to find cracks. Now she seeks you, not for comfort, but because your presence is precious. She works to capture your attention. She sends the first text. She tries to earn your nod, not the reverse. Now the power turns. She's invested. You become her recurring thought, the man who lingers long after words are done. She senses deep down, she doesn't control this man. She wants to. That's where longing starts. The biggest secret? Speak to her ego, not her ears. Few men ever see it. When you engage with a woman, the words are just a signal aimed straight at her ego. That ego is on full alert, watching every sign, every flicker of insecurity. Its job? Spot any weakness. And what's weakness to her ego? Not fumbles or sweat, but anxious energy. Enter with fear. Hope she likes me. Doubt. Maybe I'm not enough. Fidgeting, rambling, nervous grins. The instant she catches that, even beneath a cheerful mask, her brain quietly decides, another easy win, another man not worth chasing. She doesn't need to be rude. She doesn't need to turn you down outright. She just checks out, and you become background noise. Like most men she meets, real presence flips the script. Imagine now your walk shows composure. Your words land with intention. You broadcast authority from the inside. You do this no matter your bank account, height, or jawline. Why does this style work? Because your vibe outspeaks your appearance. I'm whole on my own. Your praise isn't my fuel. She notices something stirring, a restless tension, a need to know more. She feels that tension, that curiosity, that pull she can't explain. Confusion as the magnet. Women crave the unpredictable, the uncontrollable. Hold steady when challenged. Stay cool amid shifting moods. Avoid filling every gap with nervous syllables. She can't peg you. You don't fit nice guy. You're not just a player. You're something else. Undefined. That mystery feeds her ego, hooking her in new ways. She wonders, why can't I categorize him? Why is his behavior new? Why is his attention so addictive? Out of this tension, her longing forms. The skill of ego-level communication. Change the chase. When speaking to her ego, she seeks your nod. She's the one investing energy, decoding signals, replaying moments, because her ego hates not having the full story. The actual sentences become background. Your pace, your coolness, your self-mastery take over. The rare man. A presence, never just words. When mastered, you'll see the effect. You talk less, but she speaks more. You explain less, she invests more. Your exit is her invitation to keep thinking. The man who works on her ego rests naturally at the center of her thoughts. The true dialect of attraction. It's less about flashing words or impressive stories, and more about signaling. It's the emotional tone she feels, not the actual phrases. Machiavelli understood. True power is covert. The strongest words are open to interpretation, especially for women. What must be guessed at becomes irresistible. When you make her puzzle, her interest deepens. Mystery is your weapon. If she has to guess, she invests. Her mind gets involved, her feelings soon after. Avoiding predictable patterns. When you're predictable and straightforward, she's quickly bored. Simple compliments, she's heard them all. Clear declarations, no tension, no challenge, nothing exciting. Over-communication drowns tension. Desire stays alive where there's uncertainty, enigma, and the freedom to imagine. How mystery plants itself in her awareness. Your presence, measured and enigmatic, inspires feelings she can't decode. Gaps in the conversation, slow responses. These show you're content in the moment. That self-possession grabs her ego's attention. She's prompted to think, why isn't he seeking my praise? What's on his mind? Could he walk away? That ambiguity is the spark. Tension over comfort. This is the hidden rule. Give questions, keep back answers, establish suspense, not security. Why? Men are pulled by what they see. Women want what they picture. If you hand out endless feedback, her imagination flatlines. If you give hints and silence, her mind fills the blanks, turning fantasy into obsession. If she's wondering about you, your space in her mind is already claimed. How to turn presence into obsession. Many men think lines and jokes win women. It isn't the words alone, it's the way they land. Your pace, your patience, your silence. Machiavellian men use these to lead her mind. Rhythm and gravity outweigh volume. Rushing, over-explaining, crowding the air only says, I'm nervous, notice me. Slow, heavy words, full pauses, that's magnetism, power. Here's the psychological snare. Start with slow, grounded vibes. Don't enter frantic. Show her that her reply doesn't decide your mood. Speak with intention. Less is more. This draws her in physically. Eye contact? Use it like a sharpened blade. Firm, never pleading. It's a look that examines, never pleads. Deliver the line that turns her thoughts. Let things grow quiet and speak evenly. You attract and unsettle me at once. I can't tell if that's good or risky, then stop. The might of the unsaid. Most fail here. They rush in with more talk or nervous smiles to erase the tension. Do not hold the silence. Don't rescue the moment. The break is hers to solve. Suddenly she's running questions in her mind. What does he see? Why is he uncertain? Why is this moment haunting? You create a loop her mind must revisit. That's how obsession works, by leaving moments unfinished, the real art lingering even when absent. Many men overcompensate for distance with words and messages. The Machiavellian tactic is the reverse. True obsession builds in silence. Leave the moment unresolved. Never wrap up or double text. Don't chase her online. You offer puzzle pieces, not a full picture. Her imagination becomes the architect of your attraction. Use absences wisely. Don't ignore to punish, but to raise stakes. Going quiet after a poignant moment pulls her mind toward you like gravity. She replays your words, your eyes, your pauses. Over time, those imaginary moments overshadow the real. Let her imagination do the lifting. While you're away, she invents stories. Why did he vanish? Is there a test here? What does he see in me? What we imagine, we desire. Because those ideas feel personal and consuming. You're the seed. When you re-emerge, do so with impact, not reasons. Wait for the perfect moment. Show up smooth, unhurried, and self-reliant. Avoid apologies, explanations, or fishing for validation. Launch a short, mysterious prompt. Heard a tune, thought of you. Had a strange dream, not sure you'd get it. You were on my mind. Sometimes that's risky, short-sharp, ambiguous. Why does this succeed? You've become a phantom in her thoughts. You walked away and let the uncertainty grow. On return, no guilt, no claims, just another spark. She realizes your absence isn't neglect. It's a strategy. In conclusion, never beg, never show off, never chase validation or overwhelm with words and attention. Power is built in pauses. Chemistry lives in the space between the lines. This is the dangerous approach of the strategist, not the beggar. Less is more. Leave her curious. Your impact is in the silence as much as the speech. Tension lingers. Comfort is forgotten. She won't recall every line you spoke, only the feelings you caused. If she felt curiosity, she'll revisit you. If she felt tension, she'll rewind the moment. If she sensed risk or passion, you're now a tenant in her thoughts. When you use these skills, you don't just converse, you echo in her deepest thoughts, even after you leave. That's authentic influence. If this message moved you, type unstoppable in the comments. Not for me, for your future self. You've ended the chase for consent, and now own the language of strength. And if you're set for the next leap, hit subscribe and notifications. The coming insights make you last in her mind, with no extra words needed.